Well, looks like we're recording. How about that? So I'm gonna call this probably conspiracy theories. I don't know, something along the lines of that. A lot of things have been going through my mind. Um, you know, when it comes to conspiracy theories, the truth is, uh, there's a lot of weirdness out there in the world, but there's also some truth that has not been told. I mean, they have not actually been forthright with us, uh, which fuels the fire on people saying there's a conspiracy. Now, realistically, it's a theory that there's a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy theory, it's a theory that there's a conspiracy. It's backwards, okay? Um, like flat earthers and different things like that. Now, I've flown across to Europe and everything. I've seen the curvature of Earth. But some people believe that the Earth is flat. Some people believe that there was multiple shooters for Kennedy. There are other people that say we never landed on the moon. There's other people that believe there's a Mothman. There's other people that believe there's a Dog Man in Michigan. There's also people that believe there's Sasquatch and different things like that. Okay, and aliens and uh, govern government hiding things from us. Now, out of those things I just told you, the one I believe in the most fullest is that the government is hiding stuff from us. And every time you turn around, you see that. uh, the strangest thing about that is think about the people that have been elected to represent us in government and otherwise, thinking that they can be a parent saying what we can or cannot view because we're not adult enough or something. So classified stuff. What the heck? The other ones, I mean, I've seen some funky stuff in my day that I can't rule out ghosts. I can't rule out aliens. I can't rule out Sasquatch or Dogman. I can't rule out Kennedy's uh, assassination being more than one shooter because I've seen the video and I've personally shot animals in the head and seen blood splatter, and I know what I see there doesn't line up quite right. And if you know anything about ballistics and what a bullet will do when it's traveling, depending on what it is, depending on how fast it's spinning, it will do some funky stuff. But it doesn't go through one person, through a seat, into another person, and then out and into a wrist of another person. Or whatever that magic bullet did. Okay? Just doesn't make a lot of sense. Not saying it's not right. What I'm saying is it doesn't make a lot of sense, and that's where the theory comes in. I have a theory that there's a conspiracy. I don't have a conspiracy theory. Like I said, it's backwards. It should be a theory of conspiracy. And the only way to validate it is to get the information and everything else. Well, you can't get all the information. Well, we've been looking for Bigfoot for ages. We got it on video, and if you actually look at that video, at the time it was made and videoed, no one in Hollywood or anywhere had any technology capable of giving the detail of the muscle movement and everything else with that being. Now, was it Bigfoot? I don't know. But come on. If you look at it, it doesn't play out very well. So my theory there is that it was something unknown. And I think that's where people really should go, is it's unknown. More research needed. And if you don't do the research, you'll never find out. You also might not find out either if you're dealing with the government, because they'll bury it so darn deep it's not funny, or they'll redact it. They'll release documents and you get a whole page of paper and there's 3 words on it and everything else is blacked out. How is that releasing information? The Jim May. 3 words on it. How is that helpful? Now, if the police started to use their body cams that way and just bleep out little areas and stuff, I think the American public would get a little bit upset. But our government does it all the time. They don't give us the full picture. All the time. You see videos from these body cams and stuff like that. If they just blacked out whatever they wanted to, they might as well not even wear them. But apparently, the government thinks it's okay to do that to us with information. Because they're the parents, and they don't want us little children to know everything. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing or it's a good thing. I'm just saying that censorship is terrible. And that's what they do. They censor what they think we should see. Now, I've ran into this most of my life where, like, well, I need to know that. Well, you don't really need to know that to do your job. So I don't need to know how to drive that? Oh, you do fine. Yeah, it's not very cool. The other thing is where there's evidence that you can see for yourself. It doesn't make a lot of sense to sit around and ruminate on what's good or bad. Okay, what is good is to do your own research and go in and go, hey, this is what I found, and let other people draw their own conclusions. Because if you don't do that, you're kind of like inciting people. You don't want them to just walk blindly into something that you believe. Now, like, there are a few out there that, like I said, I've seen some weird things. I've seen things in the sky that I can't explain. I've seen things moving around that I can't explain. I've seen objects move. I've seen full-on apparitions. Now, are they ghosts? I don't know. Are they poltergeists? I don't know. Are they like a form of demon? I don't know. I have no idea. But I believe there are some funky things going on that we don't understand. And my theory is it needs more research. What the heck? That's an easy, simple little thing. I'm like, okay, Lynn, you saw this here? Like, yeah, set up camp there and see if you see the same darn thing. And if you don't, you don't. If you do, you do. So what? Maybe you've seen something like that. I know I have. I've seen some really funky things, including definitely a being in the woods that I can't explain. Like I said, I don't jump to a theory or conspiracy that, it's Bigfoot or something like that. No. But I definitely saw something in the woods. Scared the poo out of me. I mean, I booked it back home, man. I ran as fast as I possibly could because it flipped me out. But I've also seen things in the sky. No, they weren't meteorites. They weren't. Things don't do right angles. Airplanes don't do right angles. That sucker's moving that way and then suddenly goes that way. That is non-conventional to anything that we know of. So what it is, I don't know. Could be alien. Could be in the craziness of the cosmos and everything else that a meteorite's going this way and another meteorite come out of this way and hit that one, and they both went that way. I don't know. Do I chalk it up to aliens? No. No. So I'm not a I'm not in conspiracies, different things like that. Like all this information's being hid from us. There's a whole lot of information being hid from us from the governments. But I don't know if it's all good. I don't know if it's all bad. Some of it could be good. Some of it could be bad. It could be that they don't think we're capable of knowing it. In a lot of ways, a lot of people, I don't think, I don't personally think they are capable. um, and what I mean by that is they can panic and panic really, really fast. Like Chicken Little, like the sky is falling. I mean, uh, and it's not that bad of a thing. But they tend to get into that. But that's what I have to say about it, really, on the most part. I mean, have theories, you know, but care careful about going into like conspiracies and different things like that. Like I said, I think it should be a theory of conspiracy versus a conspiracy theory. Okay, um, because your main point is your belief, what you think. You know, like with all my experiences and everything, I had to go, okay, Well, that doesn't make sense that just went across the sky and then turned. I don't believe that to be any kind of airplane or anything like that, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it was a UFO. Now I use the word maybe, because maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe that being in the woods was Bigfoot. I don't know. It's not like I walked up to him and shook his hand and went, "Oh, are you Bigfoot? Cool." You know, like Jack's Lynx and messing with Sasquatch. I mean, oh yeah, I seen you in all those commercials. Come on, really? Unless you know it, you don't know. If you can't prove it, so I mean, then that's just where I am with that kind of stuff. I like the idea of it. It helps, spin the mind, get us thinking about different things and who we are and where we are in the universe and where we're going and I mean, great by all means, but uh, it's not as important as you think it is. Because if you're going down little rabbit holes, you're not paying attention to the bigger picture. Like the entire field is full of holes. Then you got to look at the field and go, why is it full of holes? Well, because there's all these little rabbit holes, and you could go down one of them and not come up for a very long time, and all those other little rabbit hole things are happening that you can't pay attention to because you're already down one rabbit hole. So if you're looking into JFK, you can't pay attention to aliens, Bigfoot, none of it, because you've gone down one rabbit hole, and then you keep digging deeper. The best way is to stand back a little bit and look at all of them and go, why are there so many of them? And that goes back to the government again, not giving us information. So with that, I'll leave you, and I have to say ta-ta for now, and best wishes.